Today is May 1st, and the tulips have finally joined the party. In the fall, I have to remember to fill in this area here, and this area here. And of course, I have to weed when I finally plant these up for the summer. May 1st, 2022. The rose bush look beautiful. These are finally perking up. Coral bells or heuchera, still haven't figured that out. This morning I came outside and my pansy was a little dug up. I saw some squirrels running around this morning, so I don't know what they were looking for. My bleeding hearts are beautiful. Love it. And the sedum came up beautifully. And here's the lupin. The delphinium and the other one finally joined the party. We shall see. Right there. These are very reliable. I forget what they're called, but I think they're Coreopsis, the yellow one. And I think one of the red and yellow ones from last fall might have lived. And the clematis is looking beautiful. It's coming along. And I really can't figure. These are some, I think it's a daisy of some sort. I did seed some Shasta daisies, but these leaves don't look like the ones that I see when I go to the store. So I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to see when they finally open. Everything is leafing out very nicely. I still haven't moved this. I'm just going to leave it alone since it started growing so much. It's a type of salvia, and the lady's mantle right there. The Panicle hydrangea is Pinky Winky, leafing out very nicely. These days, the pansies are looking good. And there's some seeds coming up in here. Usually they're petunia, because this happens every single year because I plant petunias here. And the other thing that was here last year was coleus, and there was a lot of blooming happening, so I'm sure there'll be some coleus. But I planted so many inside to transplant outside, I'm just gonna have to let those go. Over here on the side, this is a kind of azalea, kind of holly. Never has any berries, but I now know that you need a male and a female in order for it to produce berries. But this was here when we bought the house. I'm not really sure. Don't love the shape of it, but that my husband did that. I'm gonna have to take that up with him. He just kind of chops everything, give everything a blunt cut, including the maple. Oh man. So I finally did something with this area. Astilbe, they all came up and they're looking great. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I don't see a bloom stalk on this. I don't think this allium is going to do anything this year. That's the story of most of them actually this year. And here are the coral bells. Shade loving. So you see the heuchera or coral bells. I should really get that together. And I transplanted that hydrangea, which split in half. One over there and one here. And I put the hostas right at the base of it. So the hosta is peeking through right there, and there's one somewhere else over here as well. See, another allium, not doing anything. The goldenrod, another allium, not doing anything. These are the Connecticut State Flower, Mountain Laurel. Bloom a beautiful color. This is one bush, just a different color over here. And my azaleas, they're coming to life. So pretty. And I ended up putting the lettuce in here. I have several, and I put the cage here so the animals won't get to it. I have Merlot lettuce on obstructed view there. I think this is romaine. And then I have a few bunches of beets in there. Here, here, and here. I put cabbage here. There were a few of them, but one day I came out and found a slug on them, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye. And this is one of my transplants, one of my calendula plants, which look like it's suffering from some slug damage as well. Go my black-eyed Susan. Same and same. And my strawberry plants, my nasturtiums, and my spinach. Spinach is looking wonderful. Absolutely gorgeous. That's a weed, that's a weed, that's a black-eyed Susan. I guess I didn't get all the roots of the black-eyed Susan because here's some more. And I gotta get this grass out of here. And my hydrangea is leafing out. These two, this one and the other one, are doing, I had a schedule as compared to the other two. It's probably the amount of sun they get. My husband is working on some shelving in the shed. And these are looking especially beautiful. Let me go down here. Peach tree. I don't know if anything happened, if we're gonna have any fruit this year, but I'm gonna encourage this branch to keep growing, and I'll chop this one off since I lost that one and this one last year. My boho hydrangea tree is supposed to be a standard, so I have to trim off those there at the base and everything coming up the stem and keep it going until it gets to the height that I like, and then let it branch out like it is here. I'm going to take all of these off. Beautiful pear tree. Beautiful plum tree. I don't think I'm going to get any fruit this year. I don't know. The flowers are there, but I don't know if anything happened because it was very cold when the flowers first came out. I don't know if they got pollinated. This is the cherry tree. And this camera is not doing this any justice. This is so gorgeous. And this is the Huat tree. Another hydrangea that finally bloomed a flower last year after 5 years. And another azalea. There are several azaleas along this back waterway. And I put the other hydrangea right here, and it's doing great. Well, somewhat, because the ones up there look like this. But then there's a healthy, strong leaf, so I guess I'm gonna have to trim it back. My garden bed is just chilling. I put down some compost. I put down some cardboard so the compost doesn't get dried out too much, which it is, because I don't have enough cardboard. Just laziness, because I sure have it inside. My beautiful daffodil. I don't know if it looks peach in the camera, but it's a peach color. Well, as far as me being lazy, I wouldn't say lazy. I would say lack of time. I'm always doing something. The rest of the winter sown Merlot lettuce, and yeah, I think that's romaine. And this is coming back from last year. That is a cilantro plant. Some peas. The other ones, I just covered them up. I'm the only one that's eat the peas, and I eat them fresh, so that's perfectly fine. I'll just leave those two alone. And I put beets in here as well. Everything is doing good. The transplant took. These leaves here that are dying are the ones that went through transplant shock, but the new leaves look great, so you know that everything is all right. The potato is coming. Nothing is happening in this bin yet. The foxglove, doing great. Another pansy, and this potato bin, there's potato leaves coming through already. I have some more potatoes inside to pot. And this is a echinacea. And here are the cosmos. More cosmos. I watered them this morning, but not for long. I need to get some more water on these. And there go the calendras, looking like I bought them from a store, but I started those from seed. So proud. Over here on the deck, the Greenstalk Tower is doing good. The lettuce is coming on. I did lose a few plants. I lost one of the broccoli rabe. I did come and cut quite a few of them. Well, actually, I cut all of them this morning, and I sauteed them with some scrambled eggs. And the cabbages are coming along as well. This whole bird situation, I'm puzzled. One day I came out and there were 5 eggs, and then I came back out the next day, the very next day, there were back down to 3 eggs, and then, no, 2. And then I came out, and now we're back up to 3. So I don't know. And I've seen the birds come by squawking, so I don't know what's happening there. Here's another type of delphinium that I started. I need to really pot those up. They would be a lot farther ahead if I did. And I had 2 of my new echinaceas that sprouted, and yesterday I didn't water, and that got damaged. I don't know if it's going to survive. My onions are looking good. And my thyme did eventually sprout. They're coming along. And these are neglected. Look how bad I've done them. Poor neglected plants. But I'm getting ready to start some more seeds. The pumpkin, squash, zucchinis, and all those things. Everything is leafing out right here. The speedwell, white run veronica, the poppy, the lily. And here's a sign of one allium that's actually doing something this year. And my irises are coming along. I see the blooms here. And see, no leaves. But soon though, the bigger leaves on this hydrangea, the bigger leaves seems to still be alive. Stems are still alive. I can see the pink buds coming out, but these tiny ones here, gone. And the Lilies over here are coming up. This is how I knew there was a problem, because I was like, why is it not coming? I'm here snapping them off, like, what's wrong? And then, you know, I was like, let me leave it alone, and hopefully it took, because they were fine. This stem is alive. This stem is alive. I'm not sure if it's because it gets the sun later. And I think this plant, this clematis, is a thing that I'm most proud of. This is gorgeous. And the amount of blooms that I'm going to have. I went from having 3 last year to so far it looks like I'm going to have at least 10. This is beautiful. Love it, love it, love it.